Good afternoon, children. Today we will continue chapter cell. As you know, cell is the structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Cell is also defined as the building block of life. You have read, children, parts of the cell. There are mainly three parts of the cell. These are cell membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm. And in the cytoplasm, small structures are present. Okay, children? And these small structures are called cell organelle. As organs are present in our body, in the similar way in the cell also, small structures are present, and these small structures are called cell organelles. Previous days, children, I had drawn diagram of plant cell and animal cell, and you had been reading about these cell organelles. You read about mitochondria, plastids, and endoplasmic reticulum. Plastids are the largest cell organelle in plant cell. In the animal cell, plastids are not present. Can you say how many types of plastids are there? There are three types of plastids: chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast. Okay, children, these plastids contain pigment. So you will see the color of the leaf is green due to presence of chloroplast. Chloroplast contain chlorophyll, a green pigment. Due to presence of chlorophyll, the color of leaf is green. This chloroplast helps in photosynthesis. It helps in manufacturing food in plants. Next type of plastid is chromoplast. Chromoplasts are giving color to flowers, fruits, and vegetables. Other than green color is imparted by chromoplast to flowers, fruits, and vegetables. You see beautiful color of flower like purple, pink, yellow. All these colors are imparted by chromoplast. Did you understand, children, what is chromoplast? Can you say what is chromoplast? Turn on your video. All of you turn on your video. Chromoplasts impart color to flowers, fruits, and vegetables. And chloroplast imparts color to leaf, green color. And leucoplasts are the plastids which do not have any color. They are colorless. They help in storage of starch, oil, etc. So these are various types of plastids. Are you following, children? I discussed various types of plastids. Did you understand? Understood? Plastids are not present in animal cell. Plastids are present only in plant cell. Okay? Next cell organelle I had discussed mitochondria. Mitochondria are spherical or rod-shaped cell organelle. They are rod-shaped like this. I am drawing the picture of diagram of mitochondria. You see, this is outer membrane of mitochondria and inner membrane is folded to form finger-like projection called cristae. This is figure of mitochondria. Mitochondria is engaged in physiological activities and it helps in respiration. Okay? And it generates energy for various activities of the cell. So it is called powerhouse of the cell. Now, it is very important question. All of you take in your book. Which cell organelle is called powerhouse of the cell and why? Mitochondria is called powerhouse of the cell because it generates energy for various activities of the cell. Now, next cell organelle you will read, children, that is Golgi complex. Golgi complex are like this. This is Golgi complex. Golgi complex Golgi complex are sac-like structures which store the material produced by the cell. It is called storehouse of the cell. Okay? Golgi complex stores material produced by the cell. So it is called storehouse of the cell. And in the plant cell, Golgi complex is known as dictyosome. 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 Okay. Now, next cell organelle you will see, children. These are vacuoles. Vacuoles are empty spaces that store waste material and excess water. These vacuoles are larger in plant cell and smaller in animal cell. In the animal cell, vacuoles may be smaller or may be absent. Okay, children? So, vacuoles are very important organs. These are, cell organelle. Vacuoles may be present or may not be present in animal cell. And in the animal cell, number of vacuoles are less. Whereas in the plant cell, vacuoles are larger, permanent and more in number. Next cell organelle you will see, children. These are cilia and flagella. Cilia and flagella are extensions in the cell membrane. Extension, you understand, children? Cilia and flagella are extensions of the cell membrane. If you will see the diagram of euglena, you will see a whip-like structure is present called flagella. Okay, flagella is plural and flagellum is singular. So if you see the diagram of euglena, euglena is unicellular microscopic organism. It is a protozoan. You can see the diagram of euglena. Other structures are also there. Main thing I want to show you children, it is whip-like structure. It is called flagellum. And flagellum are less in number if you compare it from cilia. Okay, flagellum and cilia both help in locomotion. Locomotion means organism can move from one place to another place in search of food. That is called locomotion. And this cilia and flagella help in locomotion and also help in collection of food. Okay, now you will see cilia is present in paramecium. Paramecium is a slipper-like animal food. You see, this is nucleus, this is micronucleus, and this is meganucleus. And you will see on the cell membrane, these are the extensions. These small, minute hair-like structure, it is cilia. This is diagram of paramecium. Paramecium. Paramecium is a slipper-like animal cool. You can see children, it is slipper-like animal cool, and it is also a protozoan. And you see, the cell membrane has these extensions called cilia. These structures are called cilia. And this structure is flagellum. This is euglena. So you can see children that the whip-like structure present in euglena, it is flagellum, and these hair-like structures on the cell membrane, it is cilia. So these cell membranes have extensions. Cilia and flagella are the extensions of the cell membrane. Are you following children? Okay, you are following. Cilia and flagella are extensions of cell membrane. Extension means आगे बढ़ना. ये देख रहे हैं cilia में लगा हुआ है, ये सॉरी सेल मेम्ब्रेन में ये cilia है, यहाँ भी सेल मेम्ब्रेन में cilia flagella. तो cilia and flagella are extensions of cell membrane. And these cell organelles help in locomotion. Animals can move from one place to another place. That is called locomotion. And they move from one place to another place with the help of cilia and flagella. And cilia and flagella also help in collection of food. Okay. Suppose this paramecium is in the water, and in the water some algae are there. Then this paramecium can collect this algae with the help of cilia. Cilia enters the body of the paramecium. Sorry, food helps the body of the paramecium with the help of cilia. So cilia and flagella both help in locomotion and collection of food. Did you understand? Okay. Children, I have unmuted you. Now you can speak. So you have read all the cell organelles. Once again I will repeat because it is very important. Okay? Yet now you have read what is cell. Okay, let me see. Now can you say, children, what is function of cilia and flagella? And you have to practice the diagram of euglena and paramecium. Very important. Amoeba also. Cilia and flagella are locomotory organ. They also help in collection of food. So you have seen important cell organelles present in the cell. The outermost covering, I am repeating, the outermost covering of the cell is called cell membrane. You can see just now this is cell membrane. This is cell membrane, outermost covering, cell membrane. Okay children, this is cell membrane, outermost covering. What is its function? It controls entry and exit of substances according to the requirement of the cell. इधर रखिए, इधर चिकन सब गड़बड़ करी थी last. So you have seen children that the outermost covering, इधर रखिए सब. Outermost covering of the cell is called cell membrane. It controls entry and exit of substances according to the requirement of the cell. And in the plant cell, outside the cell membrane, there is cell wall. Plant cell, bacteria and fungi has cell wall. In the animal cell wall is not present. Okay? Then you have read children, cell wall provides rigidity to the cell. It also gives shape and support to the cell. Cell wall is made up of what? Can you say children? Cell wall is made up of cellulose. Cellulose is a type of carbohydrate. Okay, so you have seen about the cell wall. Then you have studied children that inside the cell membrane and outside the nucleus there is protoplasm, that is called cytoplasm, and inside the nucleus there is protoplasm, that is called nucleoplasm. I have discussed everything, so now I will not go in detail. In the nucleus there is presence of nucleoplasm and thread-like structure is present. A network of thread-like structure is called chromatin, and the chromatin condenses to become more thicker during the cell division, and now it is called chromosome. Chromosome contain bead-like structure called genes, and these genes transmit characters from one generation to the next generation. Okay, so these chromosomes are very important structures in the nucleus. Okay, and then you have read children in the cytoplasm. This cytoplasm is made up of carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, vitamins and large proportion of water. It is a ground structure in which many cell organelles are present which perform various activities. Then you have studied children about cell organelle. Cell organelles like plastids which are present only in plant cell. In animal cell plastids are not present. And Then you have studied, children, three types of plastids: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. Chloroplasts give color to leaf. It contains chlorophyll. The leaves are green due to presence of this plastid, and chloroplasts help in photosynthesis. They help in manufacturing food. Then you have read, children, about chromoplast, which gives color to flowers, fruits and vegetables. And leucoplasts are colorless plastids which help in storage of starch, oil, etc. Next cell organelle is mitochondria, which is called powerhouse of the cell. And then you have read about Golgi complex. रुक जाइए. Golgi complex, they help in storage of material produced by the cell. Okay. Then you have read, children, about the mitochondria, Golgi complex, which is called what? Storehouse of the cell, because it stores the material produced by the cell. Then you have read, children, about the other cell organelles like vacuoles. Vacuoles are the empty spaces which store water and waste material. Okay. And these vacuoles are larger and permanent in plant cell, and in the animal cell vacuoles are smaller, temporary and less in number. Then, children, you have read about what? Cilia and flagella, which are extensions of the cell membrane, and cilia are numerous in number. You have seen cilia, I have shown in paramecium, and in the euglena you have seen flagellum. Okay, cilia and flagella both I have shown in the diagram. Then you will read, children, about the now next topic. You will see what is difference between plant cell and animal cell. You have read everything. Now you can distinguish between plant cell and animal cell. You will write in tabular form. Then you will write plant cells have plastids. In the animal cell, plastids are not present. Next difference, you will write that plant cells, in the plant cell you will see that centrosome is not present, but in the animal cell centrosome is present. Okay. Now you will see the next difference is what are the other differences? Can you say? About cell wall, you have seen cell wall is present in plant cell. In animal cell, cell wall is not present. Plastids are present in plant cell, whereas in the animal cell plastids are absent. Centrosomes are present in the animal cell, whereas in the plant cell centrosome is absent. Then you will see, children, all these differences are very important. One thing I forgot to tell you, children, that is lysosome. Lysosomes are the suicidal bag. Okay? Which cell organelle is called suicidal bag? Lysosome. So all these differences you can note down, and this question is very important. Whenever I am teaching you any chapter, I tell you this topic is important, immediately you should tick in the book. So in this chapter, important things I have discussed. Comparison between plant cell and animal cell. One more difference you can write, children. In the plant cell, nucleus is in the periphery, whereas lysosomes are the cell organelles which contain digestive enzymes. Okay, and it is called suicidal bag. You will read in detail in the next class. Right now you came to know what is lysosome. It is a cell organelle which is called suicidal bag of the cell. Next difference you will write, children. Vacuoles. Vacuoles are larger, permanent and more in number in the plant cell. Whereas in the animal cell, vacuoles may be present or may not be present. They are temporary. They are less in number and they are smaller. So these are all the differences between plant cell and animal cell. Now you will see, children, different levels of organization in an organism. There are various levels of organization in an organism. Many cells combine together and they perform specific function to form tissue. Like blood is a connective tissue. Okay, nervous tissue. Many types of tissues are there. Epithelial tissue, muscular tissue. So many cells are grouped together. Group of cell is called tissue which perform various functions. Then group of tissue which perform various functions is called organ. Like you see, children, in the plant, root, stem, leaf, these are the organs. Flowers, all these are the organs. In the similar way, in the animals you can see there are various organs like kidney is an organ, heart is an organ, okay? And then various organs are grouped together to perform specific function, and these groups of organs form organ system. Like you see in our body there are various organ systems like digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, nervous system. Okay, children? Digestive system, all of you have read now. This, it consists of various organs: mouth, food pipe, stomach, intestine, small and large intestine. All these are the organs, and then when they are grouped together to perform specific function, digestion, then this group of organs are called organ system. Such as circulatory system, it consists of heart, blood vessels and blood. Nervous system, it consists of brain, spinal cord, nerves and sense organs. You have seen, children, many organs are grouped together and they perform specific function and they form organ system. And then many organ systems combine together, they form organism. So these are the various levels of organization in an organism. Okay, like many cells, levels of organization you can see, children. Cell, group of cell will form tissue, and many tissues will be collectively called organ. And then these organs will combine to form organ system. And many organ systems, they combine to form organisms. So these are the levels of, these are the various levels of organization. In an organism. Okay. These are the various levels of organization in an organism. You can see. Now once again I repeat, children, important thing. What is cell? Who discovered cell? In which year? Shape, size of the cell depends upon which factor? Okay. Next question you will see, children. that what are the parts of a cell. Next, what do you mean by cell organelle? Then, function of all the cell organelles. Next, you will see comparison between plant cell and animal cell. What is difference between plant cell and animal cell? After that, you will read about the levels of organization in an organism. So this is all about this chapter. Now anybody has any problem? Your chapter is complete. If anyone has any problem, I will solve your problem. Ask me. Do you have any problem, children? Satvik, do you want to ask something? Children, I have unmuted you. You can ask me. Chapter is complete. If anyone has any doubt, can ask me. Okay. Thank you, children. देखिए तो रिकॉर्डिंग बंद किया फिर भी हो रहा है,
डाउनलोड हो रहा है।
पता नहीं। हाँ,
कहाँ कुछ हो रहा है?
ये जो हो रहा है ये जो दिख रहा है टाइम बढ़ रहा है,
हाँ।
ये इसी से रिकॉर्डिंग करते हैं। इसका टाइम देखिए ना बढ़ रहा है 54, 55, फिर अपने होने लग रहा है।